Alright, it is springtime in full metal at Chez Moi. Good morning, it's Easter Sunday, and let's just take a look at what the progress is so far. My goal for more flowers is really paying off. I've got some really pretty Sweet Williams. Let's look at some of my favorites, because I like doing that. Let's see. Oops. That is gorgeous. They seem to be host to quite a few insect species. I saw a monarch yesterday on these. And of course I got daisies coming up. See, there's some really pretty purple ones later. My nasturtiums are doing well. Oh, but not flowering. Uh-oh. Got a little yellowing. Maybe it's time to trim. We'll get to some interesting parts, but I'm installing a drip and irrigation system that can concentrate on my container plants right now. Oh, sunflowers. Let's see if we can tighten in. There we go. There is a beginning sunflower. I planted a bunch of them because they were old seeds, but it looks like they were pretty good germinators, so I may have to thin sunflowers later. We'll see how the mailman feels about it. I love that Galliarda. That just self-seeded herself there. So my goal is to get the drip irrigation system all the way down to my containers. I did manage to get my eggplant, which is drooping for some reason and yellowing, maybe needs water. And all my peppers, we'll go in tighter and look at those in a second. All my peppers, marigolds. Look, that one has buds on it. And I put eggs around the base because with all this mulch, I often have a problem with slugs. I've been spraying my roses very faithfully with a fungicide. I'm not sure that it's helping now. The black spot is just killing them. They always do. I need to put my eggplant out because, look, they're getting crowded. Although I did start some more, so even if these die, I'll probably have plenty. Tomatoes, looking better than anybody else's in the neighborhood, if I do say so myself. They're planted with marigolds around. I will have to thin those, but I might thin them to pots and plant them out later, if I get my gumption. Now this is the part where I really have to get done today, so that these guys will get watered in my absence. I'll probably need to weed. Did you see that I got all of my impatiens into their own separate pots? Most of these probably won't stay potted their entire life. There are a lot of them, aren't there? But they'll probably get put into the ground, swapped out with ones I don't like, aren't doing well, etc. Come around to the tongue, which has become one of my favorite parts of the garden because it's just really blooming prettily. Look at this one. I like this color. I just love Sweet Williams. And the pièce de résistance. I love this columbine. Isn't that a great columbine? Get the flowers. I haven't really seen anything interested in the flowers yet, which is a shame. But Buddha has been a bust. He hasn't lit up at all, but oh well. If I get everything else done that I want to today, then I get to plant my cucumbers, but they won't suffer from being planted a little later in the season. The ground's probably a little bit cold for them right now. Despite how warm the air temperature is, the ground takes a little bit longer to warm up. Last weekend, I'm not sure if I told you, I made tabbouleh from all the trimmings of these parsley plants just seeded themselves along with the cilantro plants, and it probably wouldn't hurt if I did it again this weekend. Planning on fertilizing the lutely as well. Oh, look at these. These are brilliant. Look how stunning these are. They're actually two different shades. I wonder if the camera can pick it up. There's kind of a more brilliant pink and a magenta. Look at that columbine. Oh my goodness, look at that purple. We will definitely have to mark that one to save seeds. To make it out, children. But that purple and magenta seems to be repeated throughout. Maybe I'll get something that alternates between the two. That'd be really pretty. Now these are reliable bloomers and they sure do spread, but they're only pretty for like a week. So I have really been toying with the idea of ripping up this patch and putting something else there. I'm just going to spray irrigate this. Oh, look at that one. That one's pretty too. That white and purple together, that's really nice. Let me get a little closer. There we go. I really like that one. Anyway, I'm going to get spray irrigation on this area, and we'll just see what we can do here. I feel like other stuff is still about to come up. So this was my project yesterday. I think it looks pretty nice. It's not too pretty unobtrusive. Can you see what I'm talking about? Let's look closer. I put in a drip irrigation system. Ta-da! All the way up my stairwell. Even to the hanging basket. And you can't really see it until you get up close. So I think that'll be nice. We'll go up, look up there because one of them is blooming. But the only problem I'm having is I think I put this on slightly backwards because it's leaking right here. And that is the pressure regulator. So I think if I put the pressure regulator directly on the hose and then put the timer in, maybe we'll have a problem solved. But I may have blown out something on this, so hopefully the fact that I have this one as a spare will keep me from needing a Home Depot trip on Easter Sunday, because I don't know how that's going to work. Boy, those birds are loud. But that's good, right? Oh, I tried to put sprinklers, micro sprinklers, in the window boxes, but I'm going to need to take those heads off. If you can see it. No, probably not. I'm going to need to take the heads of the sprinklers off and replace them with like 2 little drip irrigation, because it was just too much water and it was spraying too far, and it'll drown these poor faxias. They do not need that much water. Alright. Oh, my summer bulbs are starting to come up. You can see them at the base of the flag here. Maybe. There's so much other stuff, you have to really know where you're looking to see the pattern, because there's all these other things that are popping up. But I figured, who knows what Laura planted out here? So I will see what grows after I remove the top layer, and we'll just cull as we decide whether or not we like it. Uh-oh, that fern is not looking good. I think maybe it needs some water. It's a little dry. I'll be sure to water the ferns over here. Alright. Oh, so many projects left unfinished. But so many that are yielding fruit. Let's come back around and see what the chickens are up to this morning. They've been very reliably giving me about an egg a day. But having only 3 of them now, that's barely 2 dozen a week. So we're not as, I don't know, generous with the egg donations as we used to be. Oh, there they are. I just, sorry girls, I know you want out. I let them out every evening, and they're just dying to get out now. I've boiled them up. But, we put some razor wire around the top of that tree, and it's growing, spider webs, so that makes me think that it's permanently deterred the coon. No, it won't be permanent. It'll try again, but it's deterred it for now. Anyway, the last little view of the exterior of the homestead is, of course, the apiary. And it's a 3-bear situation. I've got a great, medium, and questionable hive. Galadriel, as always, is doing really well. I didn't have a chance to videotape last week's inspection, but I will this week. Last week, both boxes had brood in them. I think about 2 frames in the top box. She still had some room to expand. There was stuff to be drawn, so I'm not expecting to have to do anything to her today. Maybe add another frame of honey or something, but I doubt that because it's full-blown spring. They should be able to get their own, and they definitely are. So, the middle hive, which I am thinking about